When I was a little boy, my grandmother would have me come out and help her in her garden. She would tell me stories and teach me gospel principles. And then I'll never forget, she said, when you dig in the soil, you release fumes that are good for your soul. So I kind of took that literally, that something really good came out of digging in the dirt.
Gary loves to garden, and he talks about it. He'll spend his Saturdays out there gardening.
The yard is just beautiful. I mean, everything about it, the landscaping, the lawn, the flowers, just how everything's placed, it's just immaculate.
There's just so many metaphors of gardening, and as I find myself as I garden, doing a lot of deep thinking. It's where I find the best time for pondering.
He wants to be up close and personal with his yard and making it beautiful and just the aesthetics of the yard. And it's like that with his relationships. He wants to be up close and personal. He wants to develop those relationships.
Gary has been an amazing director. He knows the public schools and the needs of the districts and the schools and those that are employed therein, as well as the children that are part of the schools.
His signature as the executive director of the sites and the partnership has been to facilitate relationships across the 5 districts and the McKay School.
His career here at BYU, his career back in Alpine School District was all about maximizing the experience between the student and the teacher.
There is a tremendous capacity to be of service. And that's probably one of the best aspects of being in the program, in the center. That is because you can serve in different ways, in multiple ways.
Working with other teachers, working with other educators. He's all about making a difference, not for him, but for the community. Making a difference for the larger society.
I think he has made a huge impact, although he may not see it every day, but it's there.
Although Gary left a classroom many years ago, he's never left teaching. That guy is a teacher. He has taught in every role that he holds, and his passion for teaching is very evident in all he does and says. He is a promoter of teaching as a profession, big time.
I wouldn't put it past him to remember every single one of the kids that have come through his classroom. But Mr. Seastrand seemed like he really wanted to be there. He really wanted to hang out with the kids, and he really wanted to be with you. And the thing that sticks out to me the most is when I go back through my elementary school teachers and try to remember their names, I sometimes forget the other 2 teachers from 6th grade, but I never forget Mr. Seastrand. Never forget that name.
I get an appointment with the doctor and we start talking because he was my 6th grade student. And we have conversation about what we did in class and what that meant. And he said, "You were my favorite teacher. I loved going to school." Sorry about that. But when you have that kind of joy come into your life, it's not about the money. Although you can be successful and have to make enough. But you want people to find that. That's kind of a path. And I think there are more people that would love to be a teacher than actually sign up for it or decide to do it. But they worry about whether or not they can raise a family. And I always tell them, absolutely you can raise a family, and you'll raise a happy family, and you'll be happy. So don't get sidetracked on what the pay is, even though it might be less than some of your friends make as they graduate. But the pay comes in many forms, not just monetary.